What's up, enthusiasts? Sombra is finally here, and I could not be more excited to break her down for all of you, so let's get right to it. Sombra is an offensive hero with a very disruptive kit of abilities that both increase her mobility and disable enemies. Starting with her shift ability called Thermoptic Camo, she goes invisible, yes, invisible, for a short duration. While any damage will bring her out of this, meaning you should be wary of Divas and Winstons, this is a great tool to move behind enemies or reach an objective or health pack you might need without being seen. There are some limitations on this ability that I feel help keep it in balance, however. While you can use her Translocator while invisible, to hack, use your ultimate, or shoot an enemy, you must completely come out of the invisibility, so there is a significant delay between pressing the mouse button and the gun firing or hack initiating. This gives enemy players a short amount of time to spot Sombra and react, so if you aren't on point with your placement, you may find yourself in trouble. With the concern of trouble in mind, let's talk about her second ability, her E ability, Translocator. Sombra will throw a small device as soon as you press the key, and for the next 15 seconds you can teleport to that device by hitting the E key again. This is a really cool ability that is going to define the way you play Sombra, because you can use it as a defensive tool and drop it by a health pack while you pop your camo and run behind enemy lines to take out a support hero, and then jump back to the health pack before you're taken out in response, heal up, and move on. Or you could use it aggressively to reach locations you wouldn't normally get to, or use it mid-combat to change your position and force an enemy to have to refocus on you, or potentially split the focus out of an enemy team during a team fight. There are a lot of options for this ability, and it's just plain awesome. When it comes to those team fights, Sombra has two ways of disabling enemy team members. The first is her right-click ability, Hack. This allows her to prevent a single target from using any abilities for a short time. This will stop some ults in progress, but not all. I've got a list on this side of the screen for you. Hack is a channeled ability that takes about a second to complete, and any damage taken will stop the hack. So trying to hack someone mid-fight while they're shooting at you will likely end poorly for you. Also very important to note that you can hack health packs as well. This will prevent enemies from using them for the duration of the hack, which is significantly longer than a hack of an enemy hero, and will make that pack respawn faster after using it. The other way she can disable enemies is through her ultimate ability, EMP. This is a large AoE effect from Sombra that disables the abilities and shields of any enemies in range and in line of sight. Like Hack, it will stop some but not all enemy ultimates in progress. Again, I've got a list on the screen for you. Proper use of this ability can easily turn the tide of a team fight, as it is a direct counter to ultimates like Lucio's Drop the Beat, removing all of the shields granted by it. You'll need to survive long enough to use it, however, and remember that you can't use this ability while invisible. You need to come fully out of that mode before being able to use your EMP, so don't let yourself get caught standing in the middle of a team fight for a full second waiting to drop your ultimate. There's two more things to discuss about Sombra. One is her gun. It's a high rate of fire machine pistol that has a capacity of 60 rounds, which gives her a long firing duration before needing to reload, and dealing 8 damage base per shot with 16 damage to the head. The effective range and damage drop-off is similar to Soldier 76, but has a wider spread, so you'll likely be engaging at closer ranges, but still be dealing effective amounts of damage. The last thing to talk about is her passive ability, which despite her invisibility and AoE disable, may be on the same level as her ultimate because it's persistent, and it's the Opportunist passive. This lets her see enemies below half health through walls. There is no maximum range for this ability, meaning as Sombra you'll be able to have extra information on damaged enemy heroes that you can relay to your team or use to finish off that enemy on your own. It's incredibly powerful as it provides constant pressure. If there's an enemy Sombra on the other team, you know you can't be running around below half health or your position will be compromised, potentially leading to an advantageous situation for the enemy team. All of these things combined give you a very mobile hero that, while she won't be getting dug in like a tanky hero, will have solid survivability to move around a team fight and alter the flow of that engagement. I'm looking forward to seeing the way she impacts the rank queues and the competitive scene in general. Now, it's important to note that all this is from the PTR version of Sombra, and if there are any changes between this version and what goes live, I'll be certain to post an updated version of this guide as well. With that said, I want to know what your thoughts on Sombra have been so far. Are you having as much fun with her as I have? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from all of you. And if you're new to the channel and enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button for more in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jangular, and I'll see you next time.